Moving into your new property is a very exciting time. Before you move in, there's a few things you can do which will save you a lot of stress and money later on. Often the landlord or letting agency have an inventory for you to check. Check this thoroughly and make sure it is up to date, and do a full check of the house before agreeing to sign it off. Just because everything looks okay does not mean that it is. Landlords will be keen to get the inventory signed off right away, but wait until you're happy with everything, as this will give them the incentive to complete any necessary maintenance or repairs. Agents and landlords can be very meticulous in reclaiming parts of the deposit. Make sure that you are equally meticulous in photographing everything from every angle. It can be very tempting to skip this part, as you'll probably want to decorate your room, explore, or even chat to your new housemates. However, the photographs will form a very important part of your evidence in case you want to contest any deposit deductions. Do not just rely on the inventory. Take the photos, stick them in a folder with the address in your camera roll, and make sure that they are time-stamped. If there are any accusations of damage, the photos can help provide evidence if you aren't to blame.
It's particularly important to take photos of the cleanliness of the property. Landlords aren't allowed to require payment for a professional clean as a condition of the lease, but they have the right to expect it returned in the same conditions as you were given it. If it is dirty on entrance and you have evidence of this, they will have a much harder time charging you for a professional clean. Make sure you know your bin days. Download the Exeter app and check the bin icon. You can input your address and easily check when the bin days is for your address. This can be different for each street. The council collects grey and recycling waste on alternative weeks, so keep an eye on the app as it will update you on which waste needs to be taken out on each week. This is especially handy for bank holidays, as council collection dates do get disrupted.
Make sure you have enough bins, and if not, contact your landlord or the community engagement team. Introduce yourself to your neighbours. Being on good terms with your neighbours is very important. Introduce yourself and give them your number, not just to the ones next to you, but to the ones in front of you and behind you as well. Starting good relationships early can make your tenancy much smoother. Check if there is a street group chat. It can be a great way to introduce yourself, upcycle items, and keep an eye on any issues of concern. Make sure that you're all certain as to which bedroom is yours. This will help to prevent arguments as you move in.
Have discussions with housemates about house rules right from day one. If you have regular house meetings, it would be a good idea to keep discussing energy use and the impact on bills, along with tips like switching off lights when not in use and time limiting your showers. Having these discussions early on with fellow tenants can be really beneficial to ensure that everyone is on the same page and can help save money on bills in the long run. Some new tenants find it useful to make a schedule for taking out bins, cleaning and buying stuff for the house. This very much depends on your group, but try and figure out a system where no one feels they are doing a disproportionate amount of the work. This helps prevent disagreements. Set up a house group chat. If you haven't already, this is super helpful to discuss house updates and any concerns. Maintaining good communication with everyone is important to discuss any issues that arise. At the end of your tenancy, your property will need to be left in the same state as when you moved in. By following these steps, we hope you have a great time living in Exeter. If you're at the end of your tenancy, you can watch our moving out video for final tips before you move elsewhere.